Hello, Joe Wazoo here. Hey, I got me an Aqua Rite thing here, and what bugs me is you notice the power. None of the LEDs are on. Usually they are. I was out here checking it out the other day, and I thought, well, that's kind of weird. So I'm going to investigate why there's no power here on this thing. So, all right. So with the cover off here, team, the pump is currently on. I want to make sure that I got no power on here. So right now the power is on. I put my terminals right here and one right here. This ought to be interesting. Across those two guys right there on my unit, I'm currently getting 240 volts AC on here. So I'm going to turn off the power. Going over this little guy right here, right there. Bam, shut off the power right there. Come over here, check it out. And you can see that the transformer is fully coming down. So I've got power off on the unit, so I'm going to remove it. And if you notice right here, this little unit right here is cracked right there, and on this one I think that's the problem child here. So I'm going to take this board out and see if I can fix that and replace that with the unit I got off Prime. So that's the plan here. So I'm going to go ahead and disconnect everything. I'll disconnect this guy right here. Maybe not. Well, should just plug out of there. Come on. There we go. That out. Disconnect the RJ11 phone thing on the bottom there. I'll unplug these two right here in a second. Everything else is color coded. You can see here red, violet, white, blue matches those. That's perfect. I got red and black over here. That's about it. I noticed there's a fuse in here. So it's the first time I've been in this box. I lived in the house for 13 years, and then interesting. Also, notice this is kind of burnt, so hopefully my idea fixes this. We'll see. That's interesting. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pop it out and go to the next step. Alright, so I got all the cables disconnected from the unit all the way around. I noticed I've got a couple of little plastic things here I can squeeze, but down here I've got a couple of looks like 3/8 inch bolts on here. So I'm going to undo these guys to get this out of here. I think they got to come all the way out, team. I stand corrected. I don't believe they have to come all the way out. If you look, the bottom of that is loose. You can see there. And the other one, I backed them off a little bit. So now I'm going to see if I can take my needle nose into here, and I'm going to try to just squeeze this. I'll set the camera down and see if I can get this thing to come out. If I just squeeze these just a little bit, see if I can walk it off. Actually, it almost looks like the whole 9 yards could slide up to these little holes right here, and I get the whole thing out. Let me see if I can slide the whole thing up. As a matter of fact, that's exactly what I did here, team. If I take the whole 9 yards, slide the whole thing up, I can walk the whole circuit board out right here, and allow me to go replace this piece here, which I think is the problem child. And look at that board. A little hot. That's a surge suppressor there. So I ordered some new ones, so let me go ahead and see what we can do here. Alright, so I just went ahead and flicked that little burn mark off there, and like I said, looks like this thing's cracked. So I saw some other videos on this. I think I'm going to take their suggestion and just cut off here and replace it. I bought my new ones from Amazon Prime, believe it or not, and there's the one I got right there for this thermistor is what I looked up. Oddly enough, if you search on Amazon Prime, you're going to find, or Amazon, you're going to find actual repair kits for these things, which is really nice, because otherwise you've got to buy a whole new one for $400 or $500. You would think that a local pool place would maybe offer this as a feature. Obviously Leslie's pool wouldn't, but anyway. So I cut the other one off, shortened, I cut the other leads off, and right there, left little tabs there. And then when you buy these brand new, here's a brand new one, they come with some pretty long leads, as you can see here. There's some water in my camera here. So they come with some long leads here. So what I did is I bought two of them in case I broke one, and I shortened the leads on here, and what I did is I made like little fingers off here, if you will. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put this guy on here like this, put that guy there, and put that one on there like that. See how it kind of sits there real nice? And then I'm just going to take my solder gun and resolder those two little joints. So let's see what happens here. Alright, so as you can see here, I got it soldered on. Probably not the best at solder, but hey, that's my skill level when it comes to solder gun. So we'll see how this works. Okay folks, we got it all back together. Got these nice and tight right here. Put these back in the order. Notice the color codes right there. That's pretty sweet. Black and red over there. There's my new part with my crappy solder job, but let's see how it works. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it back on. I got everything connected. I got this plug back in. I got the RJ11 down there. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the power. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Oh, look at there. Blinky, blinky. Blinky, blinky. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted, was the power light come on. So that's a good sign, folks, right there. Looks like we're back in business. So I'm going to put the cover back on this thing, button it up, and get back to making me some chlorine. Aqua Rite chlorine. There's some serial number. So if this works correctly, which I think it did, I just saved myself 500 bucks. A $6 part. Pretty sweet. So there it is, all buttoned up. I'm going to go ahead and turn it back on. Look at that. That's what I want to see right there. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. So right there, team, about 15 minutes. Well, just like Geico says, 15 minutes can save you 500 bucks. That's what I just did right there. Pretty cool.